there comes a time where you have to be willing to go it alone, you know? It might be a side road that you want to head down, or there's a path that you want to go down. And if you go down that path, you're going alone because nobody wants to go there. But you can see that by going down that path, like, there's greater things on the other side for you, and that's the way that you want to go. And nobody else wants to go that way because this guy wants to go that way, another guy wants to go a different way, and it's like everyone's got to choose their own path. Like, which way do you want to go, and what's on the other side of that? And you know, and on that journey, once you do choose that path and you go down there, you're gonna start learning a lot. You're gonna start gathering a lot of information. You're gonna experience a lot, and that experience is gonna be unique to you. But in order to experience and grow and develop in the way that you want to, the first thing that you've got to do is, again, choose a path and walk down. And of course, like, if you are going alone, it is going to be it could be a bit of a lonely journey at times, you know. You're experiencing it alone because it's what you want to do and other people around you don't want to do it. But, you know, sometimes it comes down to that, taking the road less traveled. And once you do that, again, those experiences are going to be unique to you. But if that's what you want to do, like, I'm telling you now, like, go ahead and do it. Make it happen. You feel me? Let's get further into this. What's going on? My name is Christopher Daniels, and today I'm going to be talking about why it's important to take that journey alone, you know? Sometimes it's like you see this path that you want to go down, it's there, it's in front of you at the same time. No one wants to go there with you. Should you still go, or should you, you know, revert to something else? Should you play it safe? Why is no one going down that path? Like, that's the question we often ask. Luckily enough, like, in my early journey, I've always been privileged to be like have people, like, you could call them guides in a way, you know, because a lot of my early journey, I started dabbling into things that were new to me. I think in secondary school, like, the one thing was like I never really enjoyed school. Like, it wasn't the thing for me, so I needed to find something else to do to occupy my mind, something productive, something that will just keep me active. And for me, like, the first thing that popped up outside of secondary school was like playing sports basketball, yeah. And there was somebody that I had a friend of mine that played basketball, that still plays basketball even up until now, you know, that consistency he has there. But like, at that point, it was like, yo, like, I need something to do. I met him, I connected, and then we went on that path, and boom, like, that was part of my journey. And that journey took me all the way to not only playing basketball in secondary school, but it took me to playing basketball in college. And that path, because I went to college outside of London, where I'm from originally. I went in Bristol, and that journey there was a big part of my growth and part of my development. But I chose that, yeah, even though a lot of people around didn't choose that. Like, I'm the only person from my school to go to Bristol. But at the same time, like I mentioned, I had a guide in going to basketball. I had a guide in Bristol. There was somebody there that I knew from one of my clubs that I previously played for. And again, I'm privileged enough to have been guided over there. So a lot of my early journey, even though I chose a path, the path was already kind of laid out by the people that were there before. So it's always understanding, like, when you are doing something new and you're doing something different and you're experimenting, it's like, who's done what you've wanted to do before, and who could you learn from? If there's nobody, yeah, which happens like with me after college, that there was nobody that had taken a journey. I was moving into video directing and in that direction, and nobody was there after university, and that was a path that I wanted to pursue. There's still people that you can find that will help you along the journey, but at the same time recognize that it is a bit of a lonely journey, you know. Talk to your friends about it, they don't really understand it, you know. They don't understand it, like, you know, what you're doing and what you're going through, what you're experiencing. So it's like, you can't talk to them, so you've always got to find a new tribe. But that's part of the growth, because when I tell you this, because you can't communicate in a way that you used to communicate with your people that are close to you and that have seen you grow, seen you develop, you now need to find a way to find a new tribe, new people to connect to. And I'm telling you, you learn so much from that experience, you feel me? So, like, when you are alone and you feel like, okay, I want to take this journey and I want to move forward in this direction, you got to recognize this. You are going to learn so much, and it's going to be a beautiful journey. You feel me? It's going to be a magnificent journey because you're meeting people that you've never met before. You're coming across and you're having conversations with people, and you're going to grow in a certain direction by meeting these people. However, if you decide to say, you know what, I'm not going to go on this journey, I'm going to stay here, I'm going to keep it safe, the mind doesn't expand because you are ultimately staying in your comfort zone with the same sort of people. You're going to have the same behavioral patterns. You're going to move and hang around the same sort of way, same sort of conversations, and nothing really changes. But I'm telling you, when you take that path, yeah, that lonely path that is calling your name, everything shifts. The biggest thing for me, like, now is earlier on in my journey, I chose paths that I had guides that I knew. And now I choose paths with guides that I don't necessarily know, you know? I don't necessarily know them from anywhere, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, I can learn a bit from having these people around. I can learn a bit from being in this sort of space. I always choose to be in environments and spaces where I feel like I can excel. And even though there are guys and there are people around, don't get it twisted, it doesn't always mean that you will feel like you're part of a tribe or feel like you're connected to all of the people, you know? They could just simply be guys and have a certain sort of energy, but that connection might not be deep. You can still feel alone even though you're with and around all of these people. But that's part of the journey to discovering who you are, if you know what I'm saying to you. And for me personally, I wouldn't change these experiences for anything, you feel me? And I think on your side, you got to always look at, like, if you're at a point right now, if you're at a place right now where you feel lonely, or you feel alone on this journey, like, where is it that you want to head, you know? And what are you learning right now? Like, what are you being taught? What sort of skills are you embodying, you know? Like, what's happening right now in your space? You gotta think about all of these things, and I'm telling you, once you do, you're gonna understand what's really going down in your space, yeah? Literally, that's the simple one. I'll just summarize this and break it down easy, simple. Like, the main message in here is to today, like, understand, like, when you are feeling alone or you are feeling like this journey is dragging or this journey feels long or, you know, whatever else about the journey that you're currently on, recognize, like, what is it that you're looking for on this journey, you know? Like, why did you start this journey in the first place? Like, what do you want to learn? And when you look at that path and you're like, okay, cool, I want to head down that path, think about it as again, as a process, as opposed to, like, I'm going to start here and I'm going to get there. What are you going to learn along the journey, you know? And you're not going to be able to answer that question entirely because some of the things that you are going to learn, you're not going to be aware of right now. And that's part of the beauty of the journey, you know? There's beauty in mystery, you feel what I'm saying to you? So when you head down that path, there's going to be so many things that you're not aware of that are going to be there, but they're going to pop up as you move down. And that's the beauty of it, yeah? You got to love that. You got to love that there's beauty in mystery, and you just got to sit there or walk and let it happen, you feel? Don't stress, don't panic. Just recognize that there's beauty in mystery, yeah? If you've enjoyed this video, make sure that you leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the future videos, yeah? Other than that, I will see you again very shortly, yeah? Blessings.